Welcome to Las Vegas, Nevada, Allegiant Stadium, home of the Oakland Raiders, but today, home to the start of another exciting college football season as we are ready to crank it up here in Vegas in the Las Vegas Kickoff Classic. Hello and welcome everyone to a game that we've been eagerly awaiting. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Delaware Blue Hens, taking on a team from the SEC, the Florida Gators. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Gators ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So Delaware's offense will get first crack at it today. And Jesse, if there is an old war horse, a real war daddy in the training facility, here he is, back to run the show again.
Well, that's a great point. There is no substitute for experience. There is a lot of expectation for this football team and for this offense because of that guy and because of all the big stages and all the big moments he's already played through in his career. A lot of people really excited, David, because he has seen a lot of ball.
All the ball, all the defenses, has rid the emotion of being really high and really low. And so those experience, those scars, they matter. They trust in him, and everybody on this offense is looking to him.
And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. The Blue Hens want to pick up the tempo. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. So Florida's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Wide open downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Use the play fake, now to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Makes the grab. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Blasted as he lets it go. The Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, third down, fourth down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Smith. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. And the Blue Hens come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Makes the grab. It's Levy. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And now on second down for this offense. Grab behind the line. It's Tate. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. Off the play fake on first down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Backed up now, here's second and long. Gonna look downfield again. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on third and long. Caught over the middle. It's Miranda. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched.
Touchdown, Delaware! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Ball State took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week, and the end result was a focused group of Cardinals that fired on all cylinders. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this third down from deep in your own territory. It's caught. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Hauls it in. They'll mark him down right there. Good pickup, but still a little bit short of the first down. The kick is on its way. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. With the catch, it's Levy. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Miranda. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. Offense in a bunch formation. To the air on first down. Gets it out quickly. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Levy. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. From the red zone, looking for a man. Got his man on the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. To the air on second down. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Delaware.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they can become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing. Take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've come to the end of the period. It's Delaware holding the lead, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They've got a first down here to open the period. The give from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Working the big fella to the corner. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. With the catch, it's Newton. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Newton. Guys, let's chat about Florida. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program. But when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win.
Interception! You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Delaware! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's McNabb. Discards him with the stiff arm. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The give. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16. Picked up 2 yards on that last when they need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Good timing on the quick out. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this this drive alive after that earlier sack. Off the play fake. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
And 3rd and long, and the offense goes with a little play action. I don't know why the threat of the run. I'm not scared by that. You can tell the defense doesn't honor it, doesn't buy it, flies by the line, gets to the quarterback, gets the big 3rd down stop.
Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Finds his man. It's Miranda. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. The Blue Hens come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his target down the middle. Across the 25, he's got room. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Blue Hens! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They'll send the back in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Plows through the defense.
Man, wow, what a catch by the big fella. And when he's not open, he's open. So nice to have a big target that can make those type of catches. I imagine he'll keep throwing him the football.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Hands it off. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Blue Hens come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Catch in the middle, it's Levy. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. It's 1st down from the 37-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. They're working that left side. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. Looking to throw again. He's got the tight end. Touchdown, Blue Hens! A great catch and run for 6.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. USC put together a breathtaking performance inside the Coliseum. And how do you not liken it to the way Leinart and Bush and Lendale White and Dwayne Jarron used to just annihilate teams? All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. It's complete to the left. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Finds his tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Fires downfield. Makes the catch. It's McNabb. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. They'll go back to the ground. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Grab near the marker. It's McNabb. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the 1st half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Allegiant Stadium.
The Blue Hens will kick it away to start the 2nd half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Nothing went right in that 1st half in the 1st quarter of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this 1st drive for the offense.
Yeah, the 1st possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. David, you're the analyst. I'll defer to you, but it was as if he saw cover 1 and says, I'm attacking downfield.
Yeah, I like that. You should always defer to me in all situations, but exactly.
There he goes. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. And the Gators have their offense in high gear. To the ground. He's got it again. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Going to the running game. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the tight end outside. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Looking for a push on 4th down. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Gators kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. right back to the well. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Florida. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game one. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. Here's the handoff. Breaks the tackle. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. And the Blue Hens can really attack on this second and short. They'll keep it on the ground. Quick step and go. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Levy. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Blue Hens come to the line with a new set of downs. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. The screen, he's got wheels. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped offside.
Offside for defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. And the Blue Hens pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Levy. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal. He's looking to pass. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. And the D denied him on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Looking to get it in. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Delaware.
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They took it 68 yards on that drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Hand off from the shotgun. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. The quick out. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. We've come to the end of the period. It's Delaware holding the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Motion from the wide receiver. Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They're facing a third down. Gets the back moving. On third down, he drops the throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Lets it fly on the move. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. The Gators are rolling down the field. Off play action on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to fire on second down. And the timing just a hair off. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. Third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Setting up the screen. Breaks into the open. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Inside the 40, the 30, he's at the and he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Delaware!
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the fourth quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws, and he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Oklahoma rolled to a victory, and after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that produced 4 winners of the award between 2003 and 2018.
Fires one high and deep. Fires it into a crowd, and it's picked off.
Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And now the Blue-Red offense onto the field. And this senior really has command of the entire attack right now. And the QB has more than had his way, just lighting up the secondary and the scoreboard, Jesse.
Yeah.
Touchdown, Delaware! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And honestly, honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Now this offense is back on the field. Handoff to the lone back. Got the first down and more. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the back. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. The short hands. It's McNabb. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They're going to run it. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards. The Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Makes the catch. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Power football with the run. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Gator!
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
And he tacks on the extra point. So a drive there of 84 yards. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. And they are getting elite play from their quarterback. A most impressive outing. It's as if he's seeing things before they happen, and he has the numbers and the scores to prove it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They go to the ground. Turning it on! The 50. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Blue Hens!
And it hasn't mattered what they've called, guys, offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Looking downfield on 1st down. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's McNabb. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
The one thing I love about this defense, and they're showing it here in this game, is there's a variety of ways they can get after your quarterback. They can get home with 4, they can get home with 3, or they can blitz guys from all over the field, but they've got athletes with bad intentions, and they've registered a ton of sacks in this one.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the 4th quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
And the Gators will call on their punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. And when you've been around a while, is this... Oh, he's got some space. The spin, still on his feet. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. They'll go with a direct snap. Nice move to keep running.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Levy. Oh, what a cut! What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us. Because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points. That's the aggressive nature of this football team.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The give to the lone running back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Yeah, great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out and find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. You definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College.